Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, well, in the last video, we took a look at the Waffen F1.0, a tank that I absolutely hate. So I thought, why not? Today, we're going to be talking about a tank that I absolutely love. Now, it's in a way, it's very similar to the Waffen, and I stated about it in that video how it's very similar to certain tanks, and I love them tanks. But yeah, the Waffen I absolutely hate. But we're still sticking to tier 10, but we are moving across to the Grille. Now, again, I love the Grille, always have loved the Grille. I think you could do a lot of things with the Grille. Now, again, if you're not a great player, you will struggle with the Grille. Likewise, with any tank, really, but especially something like the Grille. If you don't know how to play it, you will struggle. But the Grille, you're able to do a lot of things with it because of the speed, the accuracy, you know, it's the penetration, everything apart from the armor is really, really good when it comes to the Grille. So of course you have no armor at all, no armor whatsoever. 30 mil is the best you are going to get on the front of your tank, which is HEable from almost every tank in the game. So your DPM 3,340, so really good DPM as well, and that is with us running calibrated shells. So you can run it with the rammer and get almost 3,500 with the DPM on the Grille if you wanted to run it with the DPM. I prefer running it with the penetration because with something like the Grille, you want every shot to count. So the more pen I can get, the better. You've got a 10.4 second reload, which I still think is really good. Your penetration is 318 on your APCR and 407 on your heat. So yes, realistically speaking, you don't have to run it with the calibrated shells because you're still going to get decent enough pen. But with 407, I want to guarantee my pen if I have to shoot heat. And I still think 3,300 DPM is still really good. You have 81 on your HE. You've got a 580 alpha gun on your APCR, 490 on your heat, and 880 on that HE of yours. Your aim time is very good at 2.8, and so is your gun dispersion at 0.272. So both of those are really good. So stat wise, so far the tank is pretty decent. Now you've got 6 degrees of gun depression, which is not great, to be fair. That it's one of those awkward tanks. You have to get in the right angle. And you've got a speed of 53 kilometers an hour. So almost everything about your stats, apart from the gun depression, is very good. Now, of course, I would always recommend to run the spool liner because it does 20% less damage from high explosive shells. So anyone that shoots the Grille is going to use HE. Now they're still going to do more damage. However, if you run it with the spool liner, they're going to do 20% less damage. So I would still recommend running it with that spool liner. You also do have the reticle calibration. I don't recommend that because you already have a decent enough aim time, decent enough accuracy, so I don't think it needs that, to be fair. I mean, if you want to run it, it is totally up to you. But me personally, I like to run both repair kits and of course the adrenaline. Now when it comes to camouflages, the Grille has quite a few. Well, I say quite a few, it's got 3. I thought it had more, to be fair. Now it does have the troublemaker, and it does have the Raider. Now I think it actually does the Raider is, yeah, if you remember the Raider, the Grille become famous from Raid, the clan, when they, in tournament, basically, they got it into a position and it was insane. Honestly, it was so insane. I think they got it out of the map and then it became a meme. And then Wargaming gave them their own kind of camouflage to go with it. But me personally, one of the best camouflage in the game is the Forster. I think it looks fantastic. Yeah, it's definitely one of the best camouflages in the entire game, and Wargaming need to do this for more tanks. So we're going to get over to a game. It's not me playing it, however I did just steal it from Blitz Stars because it is kind of an OP replay, and it's a classic of how the Grille how well the Grille can do. So we're going to just fast forward it just a tiny bit. Now, I do admit it's probably not the best of maps for the Grille. You really want something like Castilla or Dead Rail or anything like that really for the Grille. So this kind of map, I mean, I say it's not a map for the Grille, but yeah, this guy's gonna think otherwise. So is he gonna go for the HE? No, he's not. He was gonna go for the HE, and he probably, if he was a little bit quicker with the accuracy, he probably would have got that HE shell out, but he decided not to do it. And what I like about here, I mean, he's just got done by a Death Star. He's playing front line in a Grille. I know there are quite a lot of tanks at the other side of the map, but he is playing front line. Yes, he has the Hawk 12 with him, but most of the tanks are around the other side of the map, but he doesn't care. He's just going to play front line. He does get rid of the AMX-30 prototype, and he also knows he's a one-shot to the Death Star that is just over that hill. So he still needs to be very, very careful. However, he's still risking it. He's still risking it for a biscuit to take that Death Star down to a one-shot. Now, the Grille, the other Grille, is now dead, which allows him to get over and take the shot on the Death Star to take the second kill. So far, that is now 2,400 damage done. Got a nice shot here on that guy. If he can get that shot off, I don't think it actually hit him. I think he might have just hit the building there, which is very, very unfortunate. But 2,400 done at the moment. They've caught the base. It is a 5 versus 5, so it's still a lot to play for. And that there was a very, very nice snapshot. And that is what the Grille is capable of doing. A snapshot like that, and it just penetrates, and it also, it hits and it also penetrates. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. So that is now 3.5k damage. The M103, don't know what he's looking at here. He's going to get killed, and that is now the Grille's third kill. Now a 4 versus 3. However, them guys around there are being pushed. The 60 TP is being pushed. The other guy's being pushed. There goes the enemy Grille. So it is still all to play for, but them guys are in a bit of a sticky situation. If he can get this HE shot, what a legend that will be. Can he do it? Not quite. Literally another second and he would have been able to get that shot off. However, it is now a 3 versus 3. He's on 5,000 damage, but there is still a full hit point mouse that they're going to have to try to deal with. Now, the WHK, the Hawk, is around pretty much behind these guys, which is a great position because he's getting these shots off from behind. Really, they want the 60 TP to stay alive just a little bit longer because, you know, he is actually attracting them guys to him, which allows the Hawk 12 to get some shots off. But now the Hawk 12 is being shot. He is being spotted, but that is great for the Grille because he can just sit at the side here and take some more and do some more damage. So that is now 6.2k damage. It's a 2 versus 3. Again, another nice shot there on the mouse, brings the mouse down to a one shot. He still remains unspotted, and the mouse knows that. He knows he's here somewhere. However, with that penetration, like I was talking about, you can get through just about anything. And he now gets his 4th kill. 7,000 damage done. There's the E5. Take a quick snapshot, blind shot on the E5, and then make a move because them guys are going to start heading this way in a moment. But there's no rush. They don't need to rush. They're winning on supremacy points by a massive margin. They don't need to do anything stupid, especially this WHK, the Hawk 12. Stop doing stuff stupid. You don't need to be there, you know. Let them come to you. But that's, like I said, that is great for the Grille because that guy is going to take the attention of the T-57, and he is now able to get a beautiful HE shot into the back of that guy, now bringing him down to a one shot. As long as they keep their attention on the Hawk, that is great for our guy in the Grille because that is now 8,000 damage done with still one tank left alive. Still needs to be careful because he's only a 2 shot. If this E5 HEs him, or or even high rolls, then he's going to be a one-shot to this guy. So he still needs to be very, very careful. Luckily, he does have that guy who's taking the attention and has now just been shot from the E5. So again, he's able to get that free shot into him and then run away. So what he's doing here, I mean, a lot of people would probably just rush that guy, but what he's doing is running away, not running away too far, but just enough so he can reset his camo and then maybe take the first shot into the E5 there. Because if he doesn't high roll just like that and he takes a shot from the E5 could potentially reload before him and it could be game over. So what he's done here, just hiding behind the buildings, was gold, absolute gold, and potentially has just won them the battle. 6 kills for the Grille, 9,800 damage done pretty much, and what a battle that was. So that is what the Grille is capable of doing on a map that I don't even really think suits the Grille, but absolutely fantastic. And I love the Grille, still love the Grille to this day. I have since it was first released. It had a few changes which was unnecessary, but it is still a fantastic tank. Let me know what you think of the Grille 15 in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69 and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.